Hello, my name is Matt Foss, and this is the Montana Shakespeare in the Parks Postcards from the Road for Philipsburg, Montana. P-Burg was one of my favorite towns as we would travel. Often it would be in the back half or last third of the tour. When you pull into P-Burg, you'd often have a chance to run up to the Sweet Palace. We would tease people who were touring for the first time to go up and look into the town jail, where there's a mannequin in the old-time jail up the hill, where they think that someone's actually like locked into one of the old antique cells. Often we'd have friends who'd be working at the Opera House. There'd be a chance to reunite or get to tour its really charming downtown. But as we tour, one of the things that we would love to do was kind of curate a library in the back of the van where we would have favorite books, the David James Duncan's The Brothers Kay, Lonesome Dove, River Runs Through It, and we had an anthology that I'd love to share with people, Bill Kittredge's The Last Best Place, this incredible collection of stories and poetry and writing about Montana that I would often hand to people while we were driving and say, well, if you want to know where we're going, read this. And there'd be tabs for each town. And in Philipsburg, it was always a place that captured my imagination. I'd always hoped, after reading some of Richard Hugo's poetry about P-Burg, what it'd be like to live there, to have a small place above one of the stores. You always felt you were lucky if you got one of the company housing. For the Opera House, there was this kind of barn with a cool upstairs loft. It was a great place to stay. I remember sleeping there and reading late to the night. Rather than some Shakespeare, I'd like to read a part of Richard Hugo's Degrees of Grey in Philipsburg. You might come here on a Sunday on a whim, say your life broke down. The last good kiss you had was years ago. You walked these streets laid out by the insane, past hotels that didn't last, bars that did, the tortured try of local drivers to accelerate their lives, and only the churches are kept up. The jail turned 70 this year. The only prisoner is always in, not knowing what he's done. This poem captured a lot of the feeling of Philipsburg. Richard Hugo later has a line that talks about the sorrow of the old men sitting at the Blue Ribbon Bar, I think it was called when we were touring, pining for their old lives, or how the best like girls who leave each year for beauty. It's one of my favorite poems for one of my favorite towns in Montana.